Hey, this is Antonio. Welcome back to my channel, Who's Ready for Some Fighting Words. In this video, I want to talk about Terence Crawford and the infamous now video that he made. And it wasn't a rant. I think it's just a guy who's expressing himself. And let me just say this before I really get into this video. In order for Terence Crawford to make a video, he's got to be a little, annoyed. And this whole situation has gotten under his skin. Terence Crawford is not a very vocal person. Terence Crawford does not like doing interviews, and he certainly doesn't like sitting in front of a camera just venting. That's not his personality. That's not who he is. So in order for this situation to get him in front of a camera where he would just spill the beans, so to say, it's very telling. And I think it's safe to say that not because I'm pro Terence Crawford or pro Errol Spence, the fact that Terence Crawford came out of his character is telling, and it makes me believe that what he's saying is 100% true. Because again, it's not something that he likes to do. You can tell interviews annoy him. And it's nothing, personal against the person who might be interviewing. It's just not his personality. He's not much of a talker. But that being said, he basically said, hey, I was willing to do everything just to get this fight going because I believe in myself. It's basically Al Hayman, and he's slowing things up, and Al Hayman wants everything his way, the PBC way, the Showtime way. But I was willing to concede to everything because I believe in myself. And let me break that down. When you believe in yourself, and not only if you believe in yourself, but if you actually win, then it doesn't matter how the contract, let's just say, this here is a contract. These are my notes. Let's just say this here is a contract. It doesn't matter how this is written out. The beautiful thing about boxing is I can rewrite the tale. I can rewrite the tale. I can take this pen and rewrite the tale. That's the beautiful thing about boxing. Yes, this guy is the A side. And yes, everybody's putting all their money behind this guy. And yes, everybody showed up in the crowds for this guy. But the beautiful thing about boxing is I can rewrite the tale. Buster Douglas, everybody. Andy Ruiz, everybody. I can rewrite the tale. It doesn't matter what that guy says. It doesn't matter what the powerhouse promotion says. I can rewrite the tale. And for Terence Crawford to say, hey, I'm willing to concede to all your wishes. Let's just get in there. Because if I beat you, I get all these belts. And when I get all these belts, moving forward, everything is going to be my way. Everything moving forward is going to be my way. And that's the beauty of this whole situation. However, like I said, we didn't get this. I don't know. You know what? I feel more sorry for Terence Crawford. Again, he's the guy who's been pushing for this. He's the guy who's literally been pushing for any of the PBC guys. He's the guy who's been pushing for any of the Showtime guys. Let me get my hands on Keith Thurman. Let me get my hands on Danny Garcia. Just let me get my hands on somebody. Just let me get my hands on somebody. I really want Errol Spence because he actually has the belts, and it would make more sense, since I'm a belt holder as well, to fight that guy. But if it's going to be that difficult, let me get my hands on somebody. And just when we feel like we're getting close, I think also it's a little telling on Showtime. I guess the question is now, and I hate to say it, but I gotta say it, I gotta keep it real. Does Al Hayman and Showtime believe in Errol Spence? Do they believe in Errol Spence? Do they believe you can actually beat this guy? Do they believe that? Because if they believe that, they just simply write out the contract and get everybody signed up. Do they believe that? If Terence Crawford is correct, and I believe he's correct, I don't think he doesn't strike me as a liar. If you're telling me that you have somebody who's willing to pay both of you guys $25 million, and we still can't get this thing made because Al Hayman wants everything in-house, that just tells me the fear on the promotion side. That's what that tells me. It doesn't tell me that somebody might snatch up Errol Spence, because I know a lot of people might be thinking, well, if somebody else is going to put the money up, or maybe after the fight, they could snatch up Errol Spence. That's not what that tells me. What it tells me is you don't truly believe in that guy. Or this is the first time when you felt rattled that somebody has come up saying, I want this guy, I want this fight. and he could actually win it. He could actually win it. See, it was okay when he fought, Errol Spence fought Ugas, because worst case scenario, the belt just stays in house. And we also have Jaron Ennis. We can make him fight Ugas because we're prepping him to be our golden boy. So we can make him fight Ugas. And then we'll just, prop him up. The problem is Bud is not with you guys. And you fear those belts saying, bye-bye, it's been real, I gotta go. That's the problem. But that's not a problem against Bud. That's a problem with your confidence and belief in Errol Spence, I feel. And if I was Errol Spence, let me say it like this. I feel like it makes Errol Spence look bad. I feel like this whole situation makes him look bad. Because clearly there's a lack of confidence. When Bud is saying, you want more money? You can have more money. You want me to walk first? I'll walk first. Whatever you want. You want me to not get any cut of the pay-per-view? Whatever. I'll do it. Because Bud understands the long game. The long game is, if I beat you moving forward, everybody's got to go through me. Whether they like it or not, they got to go through me. And they have to play by my rules. And again, the fear on Showtime's side, the PBC, is what if Bud doesn't want to fight Jaron Ennis? What if Bud doesn't want to fight Keith Thurman after this? I don't feel like Keith Thurman can beat Bud, but nonetheless, what if he doesn't want to play the game anymore? Then it's all lost. It's all lost. And I really feel like, again, this we're not, us, the fans, not receiving this fight is sad, because I do think it would be an epic fight. But on top of that, this fight is, before the fight has even happened, I mean, these guys are not going to fight anytime soon, but I can already project that the rematch would be so much bigger. And unfortunately, we can only get a rematch if we actually get the first fight. And it doesn't look like we're getting that anytime soon. And I've been saying it lately, and it looks like I'm going to have to say it again. It looks like we're not going to see Bud versus Errol Spence at 147. It's clearly going to be at 154, where neither one of them are relevant. Neither one of these guys are relevant at 154, and yet this is where we're going to see these guys. And I guess the overall concern is, at least for me, do I really care about you two fighting at 154? Not really. Errol Spence goes up to 154. I want to see him fight Charlo. I want to see him fight like Virgil Ortiz or somebody like that. Bud is not my number one guy for Errol Spence to fight if they go up to 154. I'm sorry, he's not. I don't care about that fight as much as I care about it at 147. But that's just me. I just feel like there are other obstacles that are potentially more dangerous at 54 if both these guys go up than each other. And then you guys are constantly bickering over money, but then the money really is lost. Because honestly, at 54, you got some monsters up there. So the money really is lost because nobody's really checking for you the same way they're going to check for you at 47. So that's pretty much the gist of it on my end. I hope the fight gets made. I hope 2023 we can see this fight. Clearly, we're not going to see it in 2022. But I hope 2023, actually probably 2024 or something like that. But, January's just around the corner. But I don't foresee this. I just don't foresee this fight happening at 147. And again, for me, personally, the value of the fight goes down at 154 because they got some real monsters to deal with if they go there. But those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts on Terence Crawford's video. If you have anything to say, please drop your comments down below. As always, I'd love to hear what you have to say. If you agree with me, drop them down below. If you don't agree with me, drop them down below. As always, please like, please share, please subscribe to my channel, and also please tell a friend.